By Northwestern Mutual. We can confirm now the University of Texas is going to be your new national champion. The Longhorns have guaranteed Eddie Reese the win, and with that, Coach Reese will tie the record for most coaching victories held by the great Ohio State coach Mike Pepe, who won his 11 championships between 1945 and 1962. Eddie Reese incidentally won his first title in 1981 and also has become the first college coach to win NCAA team titles in 4 separate decades. We head now into the 200 breast, where Kevin Cordes is trying to end his collegiate career in his final individual event with yet another title, Rowdy.
Unbelievable career this young man has had. He's shooting for his 7th individual title. The only one that has eluded him up to this point was his freshman year in the 200 breast when Carlos Almeida beat him, but otherwise he's been absolutely perfect.
Can he be challenged by Licon?
This guy stands in the way. Cordes, by the way, has 7 of the 10 fastest times in history. 2 of the 3 other times are held by 2 guys in this field set in the prelims, and one of them is that man right there, the 4th fastest time in history. Will Licon went 1:49.5. He's the top seed. And Chuck Cadis is also in there, so you want to make sure you watch him. But Licon is going to be very, very important here. This is a great field. You got Nick Fink, who's on the national team, has been such a huge factor in breaststroke. He's a senior. He wants this badly. This shapes up to be one heck of a race here. Really does. I mean, we saw how dominant Cordes was in the 100 breaststroke, but this is a different game here. Licon won the 400 IM, so you know he's not going to get tired in this 200 breaststroke. That's for sure.
Cordes is the American record holder in the 100 and 200 breast. He set those records in Austin.
As we thought, early on, Cordes looking very strong, going into and out of those walls.
He is ahead of American record pace by 8/100ths.
He just reaches that front of the stroke so easily, just comes so easy to him. And the other thing he does, Sam, he carries that speed so well off of each stroke. And he's only taken 4 strokes. That's 2 right there. That's 3. That's 4 strokes he's taking per 25. Now, however, here's Licon right there, right below him. There's Chuck Cadis, just what we thought. Those 2 guys are going to be right there in the thick of things, especially Licon, because Licon went by Cordes in the prelims when he went that 1:49.5.
Licon is catching up to Cordes at the moment.
Oh, this is going to be a race. This is going to be a great race here at the end. Cordes still has that advantage, and Licon takes 1 more stroke. He takes 5 strokes per 25. Let's see if he does that here. 1, there's 2 right there. Cordes is right above him. There's 3 for Licon. There's 4. There's 5. There's 4 right there. There's the 5th stroke. But he's catching Cordes right now, and he caught a glimpse of him coming off that wall. And there goes Licon.
Licon making a push in the final length. Can Licon catch Cordes neck and neck as they touch? And Licon, Will Licon comes from behind and wins this race. Dethroning the current champion, Kevin Cordes.
I told you this was going to be a great race. Didn't I tell you? I think I told you, Sam, right at the very beginning.
I think you did.
I told you this was going to be an incredible race, and it certainly was. 5/100ths of a second was the difference. We thought Licon coming off that last turn was going to do it. Here's the 100 turn, though. Watch Cordes looking just so smooth. And he carries that speed into and out of the wall. It's got great core balance into and off the wall. Here's coming into the 150 turn. And Licon with that dart cap just starts inching up on him little by little as he goes into this last wall right here. He had a better turn than Cordes. That's where I thought maybe, just maybe, he was just going to have one sensational last 25, and he did, but I didn't think I didn't think Cordes had him to stay with him, but he did all the way. That's a sign of a champion. Here's the finish. He didn't win the race, but the champion hung tough all the way to the end. But in this event today, it's all about Will Licon, and the sophomore wins it over the champ.
And Licon has become the first Longhorn to win this race since 2011, and he is with Cynthia Potter.
Well, what did you have to do in order to come home the way you did? Because you knew that Kevin was going to go out the way he did, I assume.
I knew he'd be fast the entire way. I just tried to swim as fast as I can for as long as I could, just to try and keep up.
Sure was fun watching. Thank you.
Yeah, it was so much fun watching that one. Watch at the very end. They're the two guys, Licon on the left, Cordes on the right, stroke for stroke. That's why walls are so important in a 25-yard pool. They look like they're right in sync, in that from above, which is a beautiful shot. What 5/100ths of a second looks like. Great race.
Will Licon wins it for the University of Texas, dethroning the current champion Kevin Cordes. But the top 4 young men in this race are the 4 fastest performers in history.